for an election and let the people decide.
We will not vote to support the dissolution of this House and a general election.
I think they're like spoilt children. It's a lot of them.
From the high-level politics of the House of Commons to the chatter in the social clubs of Grimsby, no election has been officially triggered, but people here know it could soon be ballot papers, not bingo cards, that they are making their mark on. Rita and Paula, both Grimsby, both Labour, until recently.
And if there was a general election tomorrow, who would you vote for?
I would vote to leave, but I'm a bit decided whether it be. I think it would be Brexit, actually.
So if there was a general election tomorrow, would you vote, and who would you vote for?
I vote to get out.
And in those answers, there is a crucial shift. These women aren't backing a person, they aren't backing a party, they're backing Brexit.
I know you're saying, am I worried this time? I'm genuinely never take it for granted. 2015 was very difficult. UKIP were standing and people were saying it was going to be...
The town's Labour MP, Melanie On, is confident that she has faced down similar threats before. But as her local campaign ramps up in preparation for a possible election, her party's position on Brexit, or lack of it, is dominating on the doorstep.
Hello, is it Simon? It is. Hello, I'm Melanie On, I'm your Member of Parliament. Hi. Hello, this is Channel 4.
Can I put you on the hello? Can I put you on the spot and ask you, what do you make of Labour's position on Brexit nationally?
Well, it's mixed. I don't think there's a clear directive, and I think that's what's missing. It's this is what I say. Somebody, whoever it is, just needs to make a decision.
That was fantastic. Thank you. Take care. Bye now. It is a complicated conversation to have with people.
Yeah.
So, come a general election, it may well be that those very simple narratives are the dominant features. But, I certainly hope that isn't the case.
With a 71% Leave vote in Grimsby, Chris Barker should be pushing at an open door. His campaign is in its early stages, and his party could struggle to compete with Labour here and the deep roots they have put down over decades.
I have not at all done this area. I have no idea. And it's early doors on the campaign.
Yeah.
And very exciting to meet the people of Grimsby. Yeah. Hello, ma'am.
But can he convert that sense of Brexit betrayal into electoral success for the Brexit Party?
That looks like an office to me. Shall we?
How important do you think it is to have a simple, single message on Brexit at the moment?
I think it's critically important, and the legacy parties don't have one. Labour has famously fudged its position for 3.5 years now. The Tories are still playing with a withdrawal agreement. So the Brexit Party's message is, we will deliver a clean break Brexit.
From the streets of the northeast to the fields of the southwest. Never giving up in Cheltenham, amongst the jocks and the warlocks are the town's political parties, setting out their stalls at the University of Gloucestershire's Freshers' Fair. This is a Conservative seat, but it's also strongly Remain. And like the Brexit Party, the Lib Dems want to tap into a political feeling that goes beyond traditional party loyalties.
Yeah, well, obviously Brexit is a pretty complex issue, but what people want as outcomes are fairly simple, as you've said. There's a lot of people who want to leave at any cost. There's a lot of people who want to remain. Actually, at the moment, there's a huge number of people who just want to make it stop, which is why our message about revoking Article 50, if there's a Liberal Democrat majority government, and we've won an election, is pretty popular.
Guys, this doesn't work, all right? I want to answer your questions, but you're not letting me do so.
Last month, Tory MP Alex Chalk got a very clear message from Cheltenham's Remainers when they descended on his office. Privately, the Conservatives are worried that they could lose this seat.
The Remainers, the Cheltenham for Remainers in your constituency, say to me they will be powerful in the next general election. Who they back will probably win this seat. So is it not them that you need to win over rather than stay in with your Tory members here?
I think
all of us in politics have to sit down in the mirror and face a fundamental question, which is, what do you think the right course is for our country? You can't always think, well, shall I tack to the right, tack to the left, because this might hoover up these votes or those supporters. What is the right thing to do? I feel very strongly that although I was a Remainer, I'm absolutely clear in my mind that leaving with a deal in an orderly way is the best chance. It won't be a cakewalk by any means, but it's the best chance for our country to draw a line under this and move on.
The middle ground, but even in Middle England, that's shrinking.
Cheltenham and Grimsby are very different, but put them together and they reveal a changing political landscape. Brexit has been threatening to smash the two-party system ever since the 2016 referendum. And now with voters more divided than ever along Leave and Remain lines, and crucially with political parties poised to harness that division, could that old system now be on the brink of collapse?
The idea that a general election now is going to be the answer to everybody's prayers, I do think people are grasping at straws. Actually, Parliament needs to get through this. Parliament needs to make some difficult decisions, and it means, you know, for people like me who campaign for Remain, we're going to have to compromise.
But there may have to be a general election to break the political deadlock. For those promising quick fixes, there could be big political gains to be made at the expense of those seeking compromise. But can polarised politics ever really end the Brexit saga? Or will it simply fuel the division, rather than giving voters what they really want, to finally move out of the shadow of Brexit?